that Ryan has a certain level of talent that is, he has extraordinary physical gifts, right? I don't think he has the most educated feet. I've told Ryan, like that's why I liked Tank Davis.
I think that's kind.
I think that's why I took Tank. I think if Ryan's feet matched his hands, really, really tough. But he does have special talent.
He sees a weakness in Garcia to where he's saying, "Hey, you quit. I know you have it in you. Right. I can make you quit." Right? I have that determination.
I've seen it before.
That will, right? That will to win. He's not as talented. He's not as talented as
he
Ryan
has some
Garcia.
talent, but not as much as Ryan Garcia.
He's not as explosive either, right? And I don't think he hit as hard as a Ryan Garcia, but that determination and that will, and if he can close that gap on him, bro, trust me, man, he can do some damage. Yeah. He's mentally strong. However, look, if he gets past that left hook, he got to get past that left hook, man. And one more thing. In his last fight, in Garcia's last fight, that right hand that he was throwing, okay, very effective.
Nice, yeah.
Fight, yeah. You can see him starting to add new things to his repertoire, but more than just a left hook. That's going to be a punch. I believe that's going to be a definitive punch in this fight.
With Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn approaching, Max Kellerman and Tim Bradley see the fight differently, sparking a major debate over who really has the advantage.
I think it's a different style moving forward.
Are you saying that you don't think he's going to get up for the Ryan?
No, he's going to get up for the fight. I'm just saying I'm not going to use that as an excuse of him not performing.
Yeah, but you know what? Wait a minute, Tim.
I think he knew what he was supposed to do. He knew the assignment. The assignment was to get him out of there, and he didn't do it.
But, Tim, you mentioned the stylistic thing. Conor Benn is, he showed a lot to me against Eubank in the rematch. But he is not, I don't think, the athletic talent that Ryan Garcia is.
No.
He's not as explosive or as fast as Ryan Garcia. Very few are.
Bradley's criticism focuses on why Conor failed to stop Regis' progress, while his own fight with Joel Casamayor is also discussed, with guests questioning that performance.
Your athletic quality was pitched as high as it gets.
Right.
For a guy whose athletic quality is not pitched as high, a guy like Prograis, if you can't get up for him, might make you look bad. He's experienced.
Max,
he's a southpaw. You brought it up.
Not a perfect comp. But Tim, what about when you fought Joel Casamayor? Casamayor was way past it, and it wasn't your best performance.
Southpaw?
What you mean it wasn't my best performance? I stopped his ass.
Was it your best performance?
It wasn't your best.
I stopped him.
What? That's not the question. You're saying if he would have stopped Prograis, you wouldn't care about what happened before?
I dropped his ass 3 times, and look, it was an easy fight for me. It was an easy fight. Right. It wasn't hard.
It was a long time ago.
I walked straight through his punches.
Yeah, I don't remember that fight great either.
I remember being.
I'm not siding with Mike. I'm over here now.
Stylistically, I'm just saying.
Come on. Looking at how both fighters are building momentum, Max and Bradley break down their chances, explaining the key factors that could decide who gains the advantage in this matchup.
And watching them interact, I like Conor Benn's chances better than before they interacted. Ryan said this is not going the distance. Do you believe him?
I believe it's not going the distance. I think somebody's going to get knocked out. I think both their styles, when you match them up, like I told you early on, you got Ben who can punch, right? And anybody that can punch always tends to put Ryan on the defense, right? We haven't seen that scary shell. Remember, Barrios couldn't punch like that, when he turns his back like this and going that scary
Luke
shell.
Campbell dropped him too.
Luke Campbell dropped him. But I feel like
Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist, by the way.
Yes.
I feel like Ben has a chance because he has a right hand, good right hand, a strong right hand. I think the pressure that he puts on
he has an engine.
Well.
After the debate and examining the betting odds, the panel concludes that this matchup could be far more competitive than many fans expect.
Sometimes we are prisoners of the moment. The guy's a great performance, and we just jump on it instead of really dissecting and saying, who did you really beat? What did he really do? This fight is going to be closer than what people think.
I think Shady really draws on a good point here, which is
thank you, Mike. You're welcome, Shady. You started to say that a lot, too.
Because, look, in boxing, you're fighting once, maybe twice a year, so there's not a big sample size, and you're really jumping on what you saw recently. I think Conor Benn is a lot better than what he showed against Regis Prograis. I agree with Timmy on the the style of Regis and how tricky he is, and I think this is a much closer fight than the odds makers say.
The odds makers have
300?
Garcia minus 400. But I'll say this, so he's a 4-1 favorite, give or take. But I'll say this. I would understand, now it's Ben is a plus 300. It's like a 3.5 to 1 type fight.
Tony Bello also shares his thoughts, highlighting how Ryan's pound-for-pound level speed and explosive punching ability can completely change the fight within seconds.
That's the big question. You don't know, and when you listen to what Garcia's saying, he's saying you're not on my level. you don't belong here. And that lets you think that, oh, really? Because Conor's 100% got a puncher's chance. Yeah. And he's got a bit more than a puncher's chance. The work rate alone and how fit he is gives him every chance in the world to just outwork Ryan Garcia. But ultimately, Ryan Garcia is pound for pound the fastest fighter in the world. And he's got one of the best left hooks. And if Conor gets caught by that, it's over.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
What did you think to how Conor looked on the scales against Prograis? Do you think he'll have any issues like we've just mentioned with Roy Jones coming back down? Because he's obviously had the chance to do it over a long period of time.
He's a diligent professional. And as I said, it's like Anthony Joshua when we see him now.
Stepping into the conversation, Arnold Barboza Jr. has delivered a shocking prediction, claiming Conor Benn is heading toward a knockout defeat against Ryan Garcia. He highlights the challenges Benn faces in this matchup and believes Ryan's speed, power, and explosive style are exactly the tools needed to hurt him and secure a stoppage victory.
Who's winning September 12th? I think Garcia's gonna knock out Benn. I think they'll knock him out.
Not me.
I think Ben's gonna knock him out, fool. Yeah.
I think Ben's gonna win.
Now doing fucking WWE shit, he's not taking that training.
And I've been seeing
Nah,
Conor
he
Benn
is,
going
fool.
hard.
He always does that shit though, fool.
I haven't seen Conor Benn going hard in the gym.
Nah, I still think Ryan's gonna knock him out, fool.
And Conor Benn has more heart.
Nah, fool, but Conor Benn gets drained, fool, at 47, fool.
Yeah, but he has more heart.
Too drained, fool. It doesn't matter, fool. Ryan's gonna catch him, bop, he's too drained.
Adding on, Adrian Broner believes Ryan's natural ability will be the deciding factor when he faces Benn. He points to the difference in talent and feels Garcia has the kind of skills that can change the direction of the fight at any moment. According to Broner, when the pressure rises, elite talent always finds a way to shine and separate itself from the competition.
How does he do if he fights Conor Benn? Who wins out?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Easy.
Easy? Why?
Got more talent. That fight, the talent will show. Yeah, I know.
Speaking on the matchup, Andy Ruiz Jr. views it as a true 50-50 fight, but still explains how both fighters have a realistic path to victory. He breaks down the styles of each man, focusing on their strengths, weaknesses, and tendencies inside the ring. According to Ruiz, the way Garcia's speed matches against Benn's pressure and aggression will determine how the fight ultimately unfolds.
Like, I'm one of them, especially from the heavyweight division, but he has that explosive left hook and all that. And Conor, if he smothers his punches, make it awkward where Ryan can't throw those big shots that he's really good at. It could go either way, man. It could go either way. I think that fight is a 50-50, but you never know,
Yeah. What do you tell the fans about Ryan? You know him very well. You've seen him in the gym. One thing that they might not know about Ryan that you observed while being in the same gym as him.
Well, it's just that he works hard, He works hard, he does his thing. I don't know him too personally like that, but they're all good guys, man. Especially he's representing Jesus Christ.
Sharing his thoughts, Shawn Porter believes Benn's style could be perfectly suited for Ryan. Despite revealing that he has sparred with Conor and experienced his abilities firsthand, he still predicts a Garcia victory. Porter explains that what he witnessed during those gym sessions gave him valuable insight into Benn's approach, but he feels Ryan's speed, timing, and skill set create the perfect challenge for him.
Based off of how Ryan Garcia just looked in his last fight, I mean, it looks like he beats Conor Benn. Conor Benn has a style that matches what Ryan is good. The style clash favors Ryan Garcia because of his speed, because of his power from the outside. So definitely a tough fight for Conor Benn. Again, based off of Ryan's last fight, I would say 60-40. Ryan Garcia wins that fight, possibly KO, but Conor is very, very tough, and that's what I already knew about him, but I got to see it firsthand when we sparred. He's much more versatile than we saw in the first fight with Eubank. Comes back in a rematch against Eubank. We see the versatility, we see the speed, the foot movement, and things of that nature. Those were the things that I saw.
The fight becomes even more challenging for Benn because of the demand to move down to 147 pounds. Barry McGuigan raises concerns about the process, questioning how much the weight cut will take out of him. He believes the physical changes could have a major impact on Benn's performance, especially against an explosive opponent like Ryan.
It just kills you. It really takes so much strength. Your resistance goes. You don't even know it. Suddenly, boy, I can't take a shot anymore. Your resistance goes. Your ability to be explosive goes. All of that, and that's exactly the point I was thinking. How's he going to do 147 and be strong again? And I'm not convinced that he's still strong at 147. I think he's got a bit older. He let the bar out to go up and fight Eubank with 160 pounds. The difference between 160 and 147, it's only 13 pounds, but it makes so much difference to a guy's ability to hold a shot, to deliver a shot, to be explosive, to have that explosiveness in the middle of a fight and near the end to be able to get a guy out of there. All of those things go when you burn yourself down to make weight.
We're going back to the two fighters.
At a time when many remember Ben for his explosive pressure and performance against Chris Eubank Jr., Simon Jordan insists Ryan should not be underestimated. He believes the level Garcia has reached is something Ben has not experienced yet, both in terms of elite competition and overall resume, while also pointing to the stylistic challenge Ryan presents.
Hot all the time, but it's still a struggle for him. So I think that might take away and he might be enervated and maybe weakened a slight bit.
The weight could be the difference between winning and losing.
Could make the difference between winning and losing. That's it. But it's a great fight.
But you guys are always telling me one thing. It's about levels, right? And with respect to Conor, who I very much like as well, going in against a completely dehydrated and demoralised Chris Eubank because his physicality and health isn't in good condition, are going in against Ryan Garcia, who's fought at this level, who's fought Gervonta Davis, who's fought Devin Haney. Okay, there's been some controversy behind that, but notwithstanding that, we're talking about levels here. And are you all really beginning to make a case for Conor Benn to win this fight? Because I can't see that case.
He boxed with and beat Olympic champion Luke Campbell. You know, so this guy's been in with good company, and he can really, on his day, he can really box. I mean, we know we've seen some up and down performances from him.
On the other hand, Fraser Clark and Spencer Oliver highlight how Ben is becoming one of boxing's biggest names right now. They believe his energy, drive, hunger, and the legacy connected to his father are building his growing presence in the sport. However, Barry believes there is still some predictability in Ben's style, where he leaves openings, while Ryan is too sharp and skilled to ignore those moments.
All right, son, you've talked the talk, now you have to walk the walk, and that is the intrigue on it. You go, you've never even proven you're near world level yet. Regis Prograde, you know, completely shot fight, a good name on the CV. Chris Eubank drained, like you say, the first one. But what Conor Benn has done, he showed us that he's got balls. He can whack a little bit. He dig deep.
And all of that. He's becoming a marketing genius as well. He's putting himself in a position.
There is no doubt about it. He's got that genetic code from his dad, and he's got that explosiveness and everything else. But he is predictable. You can see when he's going to throw. He shows you everything. Just a second, but he shows you everything. And you ask yourself, is Garcia just a little bit too sharp for him? A little bit too cute? And he's a sharp puncher. I think he should have gone up.
Looking at everything, Ben remains unfazed by the warnings surrounding Ryan. He confidently predicts that he will force Garcia to quit, while highlighting the improvements and growth he has shown throughout his career. According to Ben, Ryan's best qualities do not create fear or concern, because he believes his own abilities, experience, and mindset are enough to overcome whatever challenge comes his way.
I will make him quit. You think I've been up at middleweight? Mixed with someone who's competed at super middleweight. You think I'm worried about what a lightweight can do to me? You think I'm concerned in the slightest? I'm not concerned about one little thing he brings to the table. A silly left hook of his. You know, he can bring whatever he wants. It don't concern me. And for those people who are doubting me again, continue to doubt me, because doubt fuels the fire. If I'd listened to everyone that didn't believe in me, I'd be nowhere. But I continue to believe in me, and that's all that matters, is you believing in yourself. And I believe in me to get me to where I am right now, to revenge that loss against Eubank, to put a fight of the year against Eubank, to then now fight for the WBC world title. I believe in me. I don't need nobody else to believe in me.
Brushing off all the warnings and the tension building throughout the promotion, Ryan also appears completely unfazed. He labels Ben as more of a performer, saying he does not see anything special inside the ring, while acknowledging Ben's ability to sell the fight and create attention. Ryan insists that the real test will happen when they meet. He promises to punish Ben and claims he is fully fired up.
You know, that's one aspect of it. He just is not that good of a fighter to back those things up. Like, he does it because he knows it's for a show. I'm doing it because I'm enjoying myself, and that's how I really act in real life. Like, that's just how I am. You talk shit, I'm gonna go crazy. But I've been boxing my whole life, so I'm gonna punish him in that ring. He can't punish me. He's not good enough as a fighter. But I do like his little energy. I think he's cool. But he's in for a rude awakening, him and his whole team. They know it. They're probably telling him, hey, man, you have a good chance to win a title, man.
Ryan is promising to finish Ben inside 5 rounds, but the way he describes his intentions shows the level of damage he wants to deliver. He believes allowing the fight to go beyond that point would be disappointing, and does not want to give his fans a performance that falls short of expectations. Ryan is making it clear that he is entering the ring with an aggressive mindset and a statement to prove.
I don't know, man. He doesn't really give me, I'm not really I don't feel anything from him. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like butter. I cut him off and boom. You're gonna see, like, it's gonna be one of those performances that people will be like, all right, Ryan's here. He's here to stay, and he definitely made it clear that he's not somebody to play with.
Like a master
Especially
class.
as a world champion. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those vintage knockouts. You know, remember I said my last fight, it's gonna be a RG classic. This is gonna be a throwback RG where he gets knocked out cold.
Left hook?
I don't know. You'll see.
You're saying about 5th round, right? That's what you're feeling?
5 rounds and below.
5
Not
rounds?
making round.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anything sub 5 rounds?
Anything sub 5 rounds is a disappointment, but I will still finish the job.
Losing this fight could push Benn's chances of facing Shakur even further away. Shakur believes that if Conor falls short against Ryan, he may no longer consider him a serious option. That creates extra pressure for Benn to secure the win and keep major matchups alive. While Shakur is currently backing Ryan, he also admits that opinion can change depending on what happens inside the ring.
Who do you think wins that fight?
Ryan Garcia.
Do you think it's a close fight? Do you think it's a dominant win for him? How do you see it playing out?
Nah, I think Ryan should win that pretty easy. I don't think this should be a hard fight for Ryan. But, you know, you never know who shows up with Ryan. Like the guy that fought against Rolly, Conor Benn might get in there and scare him and put him in his place. So we'll see.
So when you say like you want to fight Conor and all that stuff, but if he loses in dominant fashion to Ryan, does that make you less interested in fighting him down the line?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a lot hinging on this in some regard. Like if people are hoping to see you fight him, if Conor doesn't show up or doesn't look good, maybe it evaporates.
Speaking on the fight, Gareth A. Davies delivers a shocking prediction, believing the weight difference could play a major role in the outcome. He feels everything depends on how Benn handles making the weight and whether his body adjusts properly. If he struggles with the move, Davies believes Ryan could take full advantage. He predicts a knockout victory for Garcia and even questions whether Benn could be fighting mainly for money rather than chasing a future world title.
Controversy and the like. He's got star character and star qualities. If he's going to make 147, if he's good at the weight, it'll be a good fight. If he has really struggled at the weight, he's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. It's a dangerous fight for him. I think it'll deliver all the way to the fight, but I'm afraid I think he'll get knocked out by Ryan Garcia unless he knocks Garcia out himself. I want to see Devin Haney in with Ryan Garcia as well in the rematch. That's a massive fight. But Conor Benn, I've said this before and I will say it again, could end up with 50, 60, 70 million in the bank and never win a world title.
Adding their thoughts, Dan Canobio and Chris Algieri break down the matchup and believe both fighters have weaknesses that could be exposed. While Benn's weight cut remains a major concern, Algieri points out that he also looked drained in his fight with Regis, raising questions about how he performs at 147. Meanwhile, Ryan's showing against Rolly stands out as one of his worst performances, making his unpredictable style an even bigger risk.
Yeah, and he didn't look good when he fought Prograis at 149. He looked weight drained, and Ryan has been looking better and better. But even Ryan's, what was Ryan's worst performance?
Rolly Romero, by far.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's one of the worst performances in the history of boxing in terms of punches thrown.
That's true.
18 power shots landed.
Yikes.
Combined 490 punches between Rolly and Ryan. That was just one fight removed from the Barrios fight.
Right. So, like, yeah, no, the inconsistency of Ryan. But the one thing Ryan always has that left hook. He couldn't land it on Rolly, but Benn is nowhere near. He's not a defensive guy. He doesn't have amateur pedigree to speak about.
While many remember Benn's fight with Chris Eubank Jr., several professionals have argued that it was not the type of matchup that truly revealed his level. Dan highlights the health issues surrounding Eubank Jr. as a reason not to fully judge Benn's performance from that night. Meanwhile, Chris Algieri favors Ryan, but acknowledges that this matchup carries danger from both sides, with the explosive power of each fighter meaning one punch can completely change the fight.
Kind of like Ryan when he got stunned by Rollies. That one punch changed that entire fight. So Ryan does have that. And Benn has just not shown to have that same power at 147 anymore. So, I don't know. Yeah, I certainly favor Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan should be like a 2-1, maybe 3-1 favorite in this fight, mostly because of Benn not being able to get down to 147 or hasn't fought at 147 since 2021. He fought. His last fight was at 150. Had the 2 fights at 160 with Eubank. But I will say it's a fight where both guys have like explosive. They come off explosive. Like Ryan has way more power. Ben had power, but like does have those explosive moments. He was able to drop Eubank in that fight, but Eubank was a corpse.
Garcia versus Ben has become a fight filled with questions, pressure, and unpredictable possibilities. Will Ryan's speed and power prove too much, or can Ben shock the world with his aggression and determination? The answers will come when they finally meet. Drop your prediction in the comments and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns, news, and updates.